Welcome to Visualizing the Invisible, an investigation of primacy of consciousness from a metaphysical artist perspective. My career path, lifelong interest in metaphysics, graphics designer, musician, fine arts degree at age 55, now 67. Just some clarification around the topic of metaphysics. These three strands intertwine to inform my art and metaphysics practice. A surprising number of both historic and contemporary scientists advocate for primacy of consciousness. As an artist, if I can see a principle, I can understand it. My piece here expresses we are an integral part of nature. Fascinating to make this hand-drawn with ink, digitized, printed onto transparency, mounted onto pearl essence gold paint. A wonderful blend of handmade and digital processes allowing me to make multiple prints available. More very evocative and suggestive repeating patterns in nature at varying scales. This is my tribute piece to the scientists exploring ideas outside of science orthodoxy. These scientists propose brain as transceiver, and we have a choice of signal source. Many manuals of consciousness have been streamed by adepts, various cultures and periods, but a pattern does emerge. The proposal is adepts trained to subdue local memory-based signals to stream from non-local field source. Various epoch-specific metaphors are intriguing, but can we relate to them today? One attempt to visualize the invisible, the tree of life structure, Adam, Harishon, material realm, and the serpent. Advice from Master Christ on this topic. In time, adept material becomes memory-based rituals. The intention is we each listen to the still small voice within. The Kabbalah mentions bestower, receiver, which to me sounds like a circuit. Vedanta, a manual of consciousness, describes the three-in-one nature of consciousness. And this aligns well with the Christian Holy Trinity. This is my update. The Hollow Trinity, consciousness projecting the illusion of separate states, the image composed of vapor, flowing water, and solid ice. Relating this to us, we are terranauts making journeys to the material state in order to express the attributes of the source field. Lord Krishna's oversoul function updated. The Spitfire arrived just in time to save Britain. The means follows sattva. Purity of intention invites solutions. I am more inspired by Michelangelo's field notes than finished works, so I adopted this strategy for my current projects. A major advantage of this format, ideas can be more easily linked by the absence of pages and chapters. My view of the current art sector, reptilian rebellion becomes mammalian orthodoxy, substituting awe with shock. Also, new research reports photons and neurons. Part 2, a critique of conceptual art. Top left, adapted a tribute to Jackson Pollock, who was walking on water, but I placed him closer to the abstract source. One of many examples of light bulb moments, file downloads from the source, consciousness explaining itself to the receiver in terms relevant to them. My version, exploring my dive to the material plane, seeking metaphysical answers, questioning material science, unquestioned assumptions. Visual strategies explained, example, the font, Susie's hand, in-house joke, my wife's name, Susanna. Conclusion on international meditation groups, no group tours to enlightenment. Comparing notions about multiple dimensions. On the right, I wrote a story. A boy received profound answers to questions. A friend asked me, "Are you the little boy?" Light bulb moment. A line from the boy. Your thoughts are a winged key unlocking secrets. Now a logo in my current story. A student trains with a master who liberates an entire community from cave life. Comparing manuals of consciousness reveals the same method for enlightenment, distinguishing between reactive memory and creative streaming in real time. By their fruits you will know them. Receivers expanding consciousness through a myriad of creative projects for those who have eyes to see. Matthew 16. My alternatives to pie charts, illustrating how little of the electromagnetic spectrum we can interact with. 7 notes on the piano, 5% of what is out there. Michelangelo's piece is a cross-section of the human brain. Infinite current, brain as receiver, output as state of resistance, feeding back to the source. A storyboard format from my TV days. Core idea of the manuals is there are no two things to choose from. You evolve now or you evolve later. Pressure will be applied. A pencil drawing and an ink version, us as drops of ocean of consciousness descending to the material plane, ascending back to source, having attained at one mint. Muhammad Ali, boxer and Doggerel poet, created the shortest poem ever with me we. It inspired Wi-Fi, a reiteration of the nature of consciousness, cloud, iPods, downloading solutions. Recalling very lucid dreams from teen years that sparked the next book chapter. Dream. My creation emerges from, returns to the ocean of possibilities, with some assistance, but control is mine alone. Local symbols are selected to describe non-local events. Mother-in-law's departure, banishing a tornado of words to end family disputes. Indigenous Maori folklore states a ruru owl in your yard indicates departure, one actually paid, never seen again. Blissful dream, busy study centre, views to higher planes, promise of abundant growth when descending back down, a meeting with a radiant tutor. Introduction to a band of guides floating over the fields of flowers back to the earth plane, entering a secret entrance to witness male and female aspects speaking creation into existence. A bus trip to a nostalgic town, nice facade but actually decrepit. I get off the bus, go my own path, guides assist me up, surrounded by growth setting reflecting my current status. A tour around my MacDonald family heritage, being reminded of the inheritable genetic traits available despite the more basic setting of this life. Locals ignoring my proposal for the vintage boat park. If they don't ask, do nothing. Engine room, interplane trader, Zoom meeting with captain, displays of terrain. Next day, I see it in a local shop. Absolute bliss. A celestial woman, creative aspect, oversees pods of potential available to me, following alignment with source. Escaping confines of inherited upbringing, planning a path to the ocean of consciousness along a summer path, a quote from one of the manuals. Warning messages: COVID, climate change, weather storms, Russian aggression. Some social structures will collapse. Greed will cause more issues. Some societies literally won't have a leg to stand on. General public remains complacent. Don't engage, not your problem. A hill park known for intrigues and COVID-like pandemics, marginally contained. Don't engage with either. Stay on the path ahead. Inner office upgrade, narrow range of interests, a view of the ocean of consciousness, includes creative female aspect. Assessment as I transit from Pisces to Aquarian phase. Reviewing challenges of the ancestral line, I ask, why choose to be born into such a scenario? Beautiful answer. We choose to be the gardener removing all the weeds for the benefit of all. Thank you for the opportunity to appear here. Thank you for your interest, and I look forward to any future communications.